Every story is a scary story if you tell it right. At 2 a.m. sharp, the old church in my town rings once. No one knows why. It's been abandoned for years. But last night it rang twice. Then my lights flickered. I opened the front door and saw footprints on my porch, soaked barefoot. I called the local historian. He whispered, "That bell rang twice the night your house was built, during a funeral." I asked, "Whose funeral?" He paused. "Yours." The thing about scary stories is they don't need to be about ghosts or goblins or things that go bump in the night. Sometimes the scariest things are the things we can't explain, like, why did my lights flicker last night? Or who was that soaking wet and barefoot at my front door in the middle of the night? Or why does the church bell ring every year on the anniversary of my death? See, when I was a kid, I used to love staying up past my bedtime listening to these sorts of spooky tales. My mom would tuck me in after telling me one of these classic cautionary stories, warning me about the dangers that lay ahead if I didn't listen. And of course I'd stay up anyway, because what are the odds that any of these stories would actually come true? Well, it turns out that when you live in a small town, the odds are pretty good. I've been living in my home for almost 10 years now. And every year, like clockwork, the bell in the old church rings once at 2 a.m. For the first few years, I just figured it was some sort of weird town thing. You know, like how the church bell used to ring to signal the start of a new fishing season, or how the old courthouse bell would ring to warn us of tornadoes. But then last year, the bell rang twice. And this year, not only did it ring twice, but someone or something was at my front door. My mom always said those old buildings hold the spirits of the people who made them. Maybe she was right. Maybe the spirit of the house isn't warning me, but trying to warn me. Because if you listen closely to the stories people tell, sometimes they're trying to tell you something about yourself. The footprints in the dirt, they weren't left by a ghost, but by the townspeople who built my house and buried me beneath it. The bell, it wasn't trying to scare me, but to tell me my house is haunted by my own death. Sometimes the scariest monsters are the ones we make up in our minds, but sometimes the truth is even scarier.